Hi, it's Kerry from Mobilates, and I'm here with you, our usual 4:30 slot on a Wednesday afternoon. It's time to get moving, and we're going to take it as usual, mindfully, gently, listening to what's going on in your body, following what it's telling you to do. So if it's saying ease off, you're just going to hold it back a little bit. If it's saying, yeah, it's okay, we'll go for it. Maybe you just go a little bigger range of movement or a little faster, whatever's right for you. You can do this class standing or seated in the first half. You can even sit on the edge of your bed because the second half is going to be lying down, and that works on a mattress as well as coming down to the floor. So if you can't come down to the floor, take this all to the bed and then you can follow this from the bed. Right, let's get started. So we're going to start with our hands. Let's have them going outwards and then coming down. Out and down. Is that Irene? Hi, Irene. Lovely to have you. Out. Breath in. Down. Exhale. Out. Breathing into your belly. Feel it just start to swell, a bit like you're just starting to blow a balloon. And then let that balloon go. One more like that. And then place a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly. And just feel your breath there. Who's that saying hello? Jackie. Hi, Jackie. I hope you're keeping well. And you might feel your chest hand, this one here, moving away from you quite strongly. You might feel your belly hand moving away from you quite strongly. So I'm going to ask you to take your focus to the belly hand and send the breath there, because it's more calming than having your breath really going in and out up here. So can you focus your breath, and as you inhale, send it to this hand. Feel this hand expand. So your belly just gently pushes against it. Breathe out. Feel it come back in. A few more times like that. And one more. Or just give your arms a little shake off and your legs a little shake. And then we're going to take our hands to one side of us. So they're right at the side. And it's like they're two little wing mirrors. And I want you to turn around as if you're going to look in those mirrors. And then I want you to turn your hands away and turn your head away. Turn back round, look at your hands. Turn your head away, turn the mirrors away. Turn around and look at your hands. And turn them away again. Bring your head back to the center, let your arms just hang. Hi, Jean, lovely to have you here too. I hope you're keeping well. Let's bring the hands up to the other side. So here's one, that's a wing mirror on this side, and another wing mirror, a bit like being on a bike, this is reminding me. And turn your head towards the mirrors. Now, if you can't turn your head that far, move your mirrors a little. So turn your head, look at your hand mirrors, and then turn the mirrors away, turn your head away. Have a look at these mirrors. Turn them away, turn your head away. Have a look at these mirrors and turn them away. Place your hands on your hips or your hip shelf. So it will look like this if you're standing. I'll show you the sitting version in a minute. And then I want you to start to just bring the hip bones. You have to lift your heel. And I've got soft legs. Whoa, I'm getting a bit confused which way I'm going. That's the one. So my heel just comes up. You can just see it there. And I'm trying to keep the top of my body really still. So it's my hips that do the moving. Oh, I've got it now. I've got my rhythm. Now, if you're sitting down, it's almost like you're trying to peel one side off and then the other from the chair. Just lifting that bit of your thigh and your bum up. Now you could do it with the feet as well. So as you lift, your heel comes up and then the other one. You don't actually need to when you're sitting. And it's just a little shifty side to side. And then we're going to go into pelvic tilt. So if you're sitting, put your hands on your knees and sit up, grow tall, and then pull back like you're pulling your waistband back towards the chair, and then rock your belly forwards. Pull your waistband back, rock the belly forwards. If you're standing, you can have your hands on your thighs, take a breath in. As you breathe out, send your waistband to the back of your t-shirt and send mine to here, and then let it release and come away from there. So this is now a bit looser. Sending it back with your exhale, and then sending it forwards. Sending it back, sending it forwards. Last one, send it back, send it forwards. We're going to do a little neck roll. So I'm going to go from one side and over to the other. So mine are, I would say, a bit bigger than quarter circles, but not a full circle all the way around. But if that's nicer for you, go for it. Just letting my neck relax as I do this. Taking my time. It's a little stiff today. And then starting to draw a small circle with your shoulders. And let your hands rest against your thighs or hips. I tend to choose this finger so I can feel it. Just drawing that circle on my thighs very lightly as my shoulders are drawing the circle. And now if it feels okay, you can make it bigger. But it's just your shoulders moving. So your head doesn't need to go backwards and forwards. Head's just balancing on top. Just the shoulders. And every now and again, draw that circle the other way. Take your time, get a really good circle, really good movement, and then take it back again. We're going to look down at our feet. Lift your toes up and down. You can definitely do this sitting or holding on to something. I'm moving really far back there just so I can grab the chair and lift those toes. So it's just the toes, not the ball of the foot. And if it's a little bit, it's a little bit. It's fine. That's it. And then we're going to go all the way to the outside, the little toe. And it feels like my feet are trying to lift up on the inside. And then I'm going to take it down. Taking it outside and down. Outside and down. Now I've got my feet all the way down, but I want to feel that pressure right to the outside. So I'm just taking a little bit more pressure to that outside edge. Still got it on the other bit. Now I'm going to lift my heels up and take it down. Only going a small way because I don't want my ankles to wobble. So just a little lift straight up. So I'm going tall. It's like I'm going to take off and go up into the sky and down. You could definitely do this holding on to something. Your feet are parallel and they're about a paperback book apart. That's it. Might take your arms out if that's helping with the balance. And if you're seated, you can take your arms out too. That's it. If you're seated, you can try your legs close together. It's a bit more wobbly because it's like your legs are sort of stuck together in one unit. But it does help challenge your balance. You might feel these muscles here are working a little harder. And then lower down. We're going to float our arms out and away. So they come up, palms are almost like scooping. And then there's this moment when they turn and they're pushing away. One more. Take the legs a little wider. It's very flowy today. And start to turn. Let your feet come up. Now if you're sitting, you're swishing your arms around you. And I really love to imagine being in sort of spa water. It's bubbly, perhaps it smells really gorgeous. Soft lights are on, that whole spa experience. Beautiful temperature all around the room. Perhaps you're with a friend, cheeky little glass of something on the side. That's it. Bringing it back towards the center, bringing the legs in. We're going to do a little balance work now. So just a lot of rotation, a lot of flow. Now this is a bit more sort of focused and concentrated. I'm going to use my chair to help with this. So I'll show you the chair version as well. If you are standing, you need to grow really tall. The leg that's closest to your support, chair or maybe a wall, could be stood at a wall like that, straight. This leg straight, need the foot flexed and flat like that, because I'm going to lift it away from you. I'm going to lift it away, toes pointing forwards, 1, 2, 3 times, and then I'm going to let it swing forwards and backwards as straight as I can do. It needs a bit of clearance from the floor. And then the same again. Now if you're seated, come to the edge of the chair, one side. We're going to tap it out. 1, 2, 3, and then a little tap forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. I'm going backwards as I say forwards. And then out to the side. 1, 2, 3. Press this other leg down. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. Keep going. And if you're standing, we're going 1, 2, 3. This is if you have nothing by the side of you and you're just relying on your balance. And I think that's 3 times. Now we're going to swap to the other side. So if you're on the chair, scoot over slightly to one side, the other side of the chair. If you're standing, you might be holding on to something. You could even have your arm just hovering above that thing. So it's there if you want it. So I'm going to try that. So growing tall, just placing my feet in parallel, taking the weight into this leg. Keep that growing tall feeling. 1, 2, 3. Now let it swing forwards and backwards. And we're trying to keep that toe pointing forwards. Going again. 1, 2, 3. Forwards and backwards. You can do it. And last one. Here we go. All done. Well done. Right, next move, a bit more flowing, because it's quite a concentrated one. Your mind really has to be in it. So let's have something a bit softer. So if you're seated, take your legs wider. And I'd like to do pelvic circles. So they're getting all the tilts and the tucking under and the rolling around. And if you're standing, it's like you've got a hula hoop and you are hula hooping it around and around. That's it. And then pause and take it the other way. I know when I do actually try a hula hoop, I'm really quite rubbish. I like doing these circles with my pretend hula hoop, but with a real hula hoop, 2 spins around and it falls down. I don't know what the secret is. And then we're going to stop the hips, take the arms outwards and draw this infinity symbol, figure 8. And then we're going to bring more of our body into it, a little lean back and then a little lean forwards. The back is staying straight as we come forwards. Same if you're sitting, your bum goes back. If you're sitting, you're on the chair anyway. So your bum's on the chair. Probably need to sit slightly to the front of the chair so you've got room to go backwards and forwards. And you can have lower legs and dip down between your legs if that works for you, or sitting on the edge of your bed. That's it. Last one. And then we're going to make our way down to your lying surface. You might want a cushion or 2. Always good to get comfortable. I'm just going to change my camera a little, just so you can see me down on the mat. Grab my cushion. And then we're lying on our backs. Head might be supported. I have a small pillow cushion. You could have a towel under your head. Your eyes want to be up at the ceiling. So if they're going sort of over the tops of your knees or even through your legs, and that's where your gaze is going, there's too much under your head. And if it feels like you're looking at the wall behind you, you definitely need something under your head more than what you have. And when you get comfy, you might have a little head roll. That's just letting your head be really quite passive as it rolls from side to side, rather than a very deliberate turn. And then any little wriggles that you need. Just settling in. So let's bring our feet together and knees together. Take your heels out to the side and your toes forwards. I'm going to rest my hands on my hip bones and my low belly. But you could have them out to the side if you prefer. Breath in. Sending it all around your rib cage. Let's really stretch it out, front, back and sides. And as you breathe out, feel your belly start to deflate and get a little tighter. And drop your waistband down towards the floor. Use your belly muscles, not a tight bum, not even your feet. And as you breathe in, let those muscles relax. Let your chest and rib cage expand. Everything comes off the mat and forwards a little bit, sort of up. Breath in, expanding your ribs. Breath out, feel your waistband dropping down. One more like that, just ease off. Breathing out, waistband drops down. And then ease off. Imagine a plate on your belly, a marble on this plate, and start to take that marble right around the edge of the plate. That's it. You can close your eyes and just pay attention to the sensations, particularly the sensations underneath you. So the different parts of your back and your pelvis that you can feel in contact with your bed or your floor. And then the other way. Might take a few goes to get this smooth. So just take your focus underneath you, how you get each bit in touch with the mat or the bed. Find your rhythm. And then pause in the middle. We're going to start to roll an invisible marble right across your belly over to the other hip. So one way, and then the other way. One way, and then the other way. So I've got my fingers there so you can just about see the movement. And the movement is coming from this area, changing its sort of tension rather than my legs sort of doing that. So it's not that. It's more this tipping, like you're pouring this marble right down here. And then you come back to the center. And then I'm pouring this marble right down that way. It reminds me of water play with young children. That's it. When they've got those little funnels and jugs and things that the water sort of travels down. And then rest. Now we're going to go to our feet. Lift your toes up and down, just like we did in the first half. And then place the toes down and really feel them having a little grounding, almost like a cat, sort of grabbing the ground a little bit. Now lift your heels up and down. I'm going to move mine in a little bit. I feel a bit far away. So toes down, ground them down, lift the heels up. That's better. And take them down. Just felt too far. Up and down. Up, hold them there. Instead of straight down, feel like you're going to drag them towards your back of your thighs and your bum. Now take them down. A bit more activation. Bring them up. Pulling them towards you and down. So they don't actually move towards you. The intention is and the effort goes towards you. Up. Pulling towards you. I feel lots of tension, especially here. And then take it down. Brilliant. Right, now we're going to spread the toes out. Take the heels out to the side, the toes in, and let the knees fall against each other. So a bit like a sort of knock-kneed, pigeon-toed sort of position. And adjust your feet. So if it feels a bit, I feel like my toes are too far in, I'm going to take them out a little bit, but the heels are out a bit more than the toes. My feet are quite wide, but my knees, they are going to stay together. I've taken the pillow out from under my head. It's up here. Arms down by the side. Pelvic tilt. Breath in. Breathing out. Feel the air out from your belly. Lower your waistband down. You just feel your bum just start to come upwards a little. It's going to feel slightly different because your knees are together. And then let everything settle down again. Breath in. Have your hands here like we did in the first bit. Breathing out, waistband sinks down. Breathing in, it relaxes and comes back away from the mat or your bed. On this next one, we're going to sink down. Now we've just got the bum just starting to lift. Push into your feet. Feel that bum come a little higher, so it's levitating. And now lift your hips up. Definitely feels different because the knees are together. Roll it down nice and slow. And then let the knees come apart. That's it. Stick them back together. Breath in. Breath out. So there's that pelvic tilt. The bum starts to hover. Now start to lift your hips up. A bit more of your back peels off your mat or floor. Rolling it down. Let the legs go apart. And just ease off. One more. Knees together. Press. Take your breath. That's where I was. Waistband down. Now you can push down into your feet as your bum comes up and your hips lift off. Really press into those toes. Keep the knees together. Roll all the way down. Change your feet back to facing forwards. Bring a knee in. You may want to hug it. Hug it from the shin. Hug it from the thigh. Give it a little stir, a little circle. And I'm imagining that I'm sort of moving my leg around a bowl. So a bit like when you make a cake and then you're scraping those last bits right around the edge of the bowl. And I'm going to go in both directions. And that's my leg going round a big bowl. I really like holding the back of the thigh for this. You can hold your knee as well. But I like holding that bit there. It feels like I've got more control and take that down. Same on the other side. So bring that knee into your chest and give it a little hug in. You can hold the back or hold the shin. Or you can just have your hand on your knee. And then let it point up towards the ceiling. So you can have your hand on top of your knee. I find I made my arm not long enough. I can't go as far as when I've got my hand under the thigh. It gives me more room to really stir my leg around. This other leg is pushing down slightly just to keep still. And I'm going to go in both directions. So really getting into the hip joint, giving it some fresh blood, oxygen, movement. That's it. Well done. And then take it down. We're going to roll onto our sides. Now this is where you might need more cushions. If you're uncomfortable on your side, you could have a really big pillow underneath your hips. That's nice. For the shoulders, my shoulder's quite sore on this side, so I like my arm forwards because you want to be right on your side. But if your shoulder's okay, your arm might be higher up. It's just whatever feels good. So I've got my legs bent in a sort of triangle shape. My feet, soles of my feet, my bum, spine, shoulders and head, all in line. Everything's pressing together. Now I've got my knees and feet together. I want to press that bottom leg downwards, down into the bed, down into the floor. Take the top leg up. So it just hovers and then take it down. Give that hip a little nudge downwards. You might feel your waist having to work a little harder now because it might have been sinking down like that. Your belly tends to fall forwards when that happens. Just push it down. Belly still falls forwards a little bit, but you can feel there's a bit more effort on these side muscles. Press this bottom leg, press that down, especially the sides of the ankle, the knee. Lift this top leg up. You're going to take it down without touching. Up, down, up. And now take it long. And imagine that footprinting on the wall opposite you. Just hold it there. Bend it back. You can put it down if it's getting tired. I'm going to hold mine up. Hover. Now it's going long. That's it. Just holding it there. Bend it back. Take it down. And then move it into a comfortable position. Give it a rub. Put your legs back in a triangle shape. And then we're just going to start to move this arm in an arc. Now it might be that you can do a full circle. It might be that you're drawing part of a circle. This top shoulder for me is quite a comfortable one. So it likes to go in quite a big range of movement. Bottom shoulder, not so much, it's a bit sore. So this one's having a big shape. But if you're really stiff, good idea is to either put your fingers on your shoulder, so you've got this sort of crooked arm, or let the point of your elbow draw your circle. That can be nice too. And now we're going to roll over to the other side. So I'm going to completely change, so my head's at the other end, but you can roll away from me if you like. Now this side, you can see I've got my arm going upwards because this shoulder is a happier shoulder. This one is the sore one. So I'm right on my side. I'm getting my head, my bum and my feet in line. I'm just feeling for this edge of the mat to do that. I'm going to give my top hip a little nudge downwards, pressing my legs together, pressing this bottom leg into the floor, and just lift the top leg, just hovering up, and then take it down. Hover that top leg up, but as this one comes up, the other one is pressing downwards. Take it down. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, press the bottom leg down, the top one up. Now we're going to lengthen that leg away. If you can only go here, go here. If you can straighten it, and see if you can make that foot shape like you are doing a footprint. I would say the wall, but all I can see is the chest of drawers, so a footprint on the chest of drawers. And then bend it back and hover it or take it down. Think what you need. It's coming up again if it's gone down. Press this bottom leg down. It helps keep everything still. Now straighten that leg, footprint away, and just hold. That long line that we're getting there. Take it back. You can take it down if you want to. I'm going to take mine down for a moment. One more hover. Long footprinting, pressing down. You're pressing your leg down. Even feel like I'm pressing a bit of my side down here. But that foot and this leg is definitely down. Bend it. Even take it forwards if you want to. It's that old rubbing it better. Just giving your body some extra sensation that feels nice. Stack the leg again. And then this top arm is going for an arc. Now that's about my arc at the moment on this side. So I'm definitely going to touch this part and I'm going to do a modified version. That's it. And taking it both ways if it feels comfortable like that. Oh, that feels nice. I got something out of the cupboard the other day and it was heavier than I thought and I pushed it and I just sort of strained the shoulder. So it's been a little tender. And that's the last one. And now we're going to take ourselves to side sitting. And we're going to sit to one side, and then it's like you're going to take yourself down and push yourself back up. Take yourself down and push yourself back up. Now, if this is not your favorite side, you might want to do this on the other side. I'm doing this on this side because this side doesn't want to do it at all at the moment. But if you ever get stuck somewhere and you've got to get yourself up, we've got to be able to do that, to push ourselves down and up. Now you might notice my hand is sort of making a fist on that side, because this side, it doesn't always get so comfortable with a flat hand. So you can do both, like fists onto your forearms and push yourself up, whatever works. But just keeping that movement and the strength to be able to do that. That's enough of that one for today. We will take our legs wide, hands behind you, or you could lean, against something. Feet wide, legs wide. Dip one knee in and out. 3 or 4 times. Try not to let our body slump, and then the same on the other side. That's it. Oh, I can see someone said something. I'm going to have a little look. And then you are done. Let's have a little look. What was that? Oh, the exercise, the ball in the background. It's not that sort of class here. I do those at my Mobilates, the on the ball class. Maybe that's something for Virtual Village Hall to think about, an on the ball class. But I do have a lot of fun using that one. So well noticed. Right, now we're going to scoop up the air. So scoop up the air until your hands meet somewhere. So it might be in front of you or high up. Just look at them first and then bring them into your chest. Give yourselves a clap. Well done, especially on those side lying exercises, because they were really quite challenging. And I shall see you again soon. And who knows, Luca, we could be on that exercise ball sometime. Namaste, Irene. Have a lovely week, the rest of you. It's some gorgeous weather coming up and I can't wait for it. Need a break from the rain. See you soon.